Yo, bass players! Hey there! It's been a while since the last gear check. Today I got 4 Gigbags to review for you, so stay tuned. So I asked the guys at Thomann to send over some of their Gigbags in different price ranges. Because as you know, there are Gigbags for a few $100s or euros, and at the same time there are Gigbags for around 10 euros. Depending on what you want to do with them, everything is fine. When you own a 200 euro bass guitar, you don't want to spend 200 euros on a Gigbag, right? But when you spend like 4,000 euros on a bass guitar, you might want to spend 200 or 400 or whatever it is for a Gigbag. So I got Gigbags in the price range between 10 euros, that's the Thomann Eco Gigbag. I got a Gigbag for 34 euros, which is the Thomann Premium. I got a Gigbag for 79 euros, which is the Thomann Voyager. And I got a Gigbag for 200 euros, which is the Mono Vertigo. So let's kick it off with the most affordable one. That's the Thomann Eco. As you can see, it's more kind of like a dust cover. So when you're a traveling musician and got an expensive instrument, you might not want to use this one because of the zippers, because of the almost non-existing padding. But hey, it's 10 euros. It's a dust cover, and the bag on the front is big enough for your written music, for cables, for whatever you have. So yeah, that's fine. We got back straps here, so you can carry your instrument on the back. But please make sure not to bump it somewhere or not to put it on the ground too harshly. It's not made for that. So what I do now is I take my jazz bass and see if it fits in the gig bag. I made the experience that every now and then gig bags are too short for long basses, say jazz basses or maybe 5-string instruments. So as the jazz bass is the most sought after shape for bass guitars from, of course, different manufacturers, and a lot of you might have one or the other jazz bass model. And the jazz bass is the longest bass I own. I'll take this one to see if it fits in. And here we go. Jazz bass Eco. Well, yeah, it does fit. There's not much air, but it does fit. But what I can tell, you have to retune your instrument exactly after you unpack it from the Eco. But again, this is not made for expensive instruments. This is made for people who are rarely on the road with their instrument. Maybe they're going to their lessons or something with their cheapo, maybe with a short scale instrument. Maybe students are going to their teacher. And for that matter, it's the Thomann Eco for 10 euros. Okay, here's the next one. This is the Thomann Premium. It's looking much better than the Eco. We have padding. We have a neck rest with Velcro to fix the neck on it. We have a little plastic down here so you can bump it to the ground and nothing will happen. We have a strap, one strap to put the bag on your shoulder, and we have two hidden straps right here to use the gig bag as a backpack. It is made from fake leather, a material I personally do not like very much, but hey, real leather gig bags clock in at around 300-400 euros maybe. There are some on the market and there are some very good on the market, but they're really expensive. So this is fake leather, it's water resistant. We got 3 bags right here for your rhythm music, for pedals, for picks, for drinks, for whatever you want to bring to your rehearsal or your gig. You can use this one for your first gigs, for going to your rehearsals every now and then. That's a fine gig bag. It's well padded, and I'd say that's a good deal. It's 34 euros. That's the Thomann Premium. And we'll check if the jazz fits in. Again, Jazz Premium. Yes, it does fit in, but as you can see here, the neck rest is not removable. And it should be a little more down here, but it's not removable. So we don't have much air in the Premium also. It's okay, but you're better off with a shorter instrument. And on we go with the next one, which is the Thomann Voyager. This is 79 euros. Obviously, as you can tell from the design, it's inspired by the mono gig bags, which is not a bad thing because the mono bags are really, really good. So there's nothing to say about being inspired by mono. We have 2 bags on the front, here and there, big enough for everything you want to bring. We have a very, very good handle right here. We have back straps, and we have a sign that says "Music is our passion," which of course is correct, right? Then we have a neck rest with Velcro to fix it. We have a little something right here for the tuning keys. We have the same thing down here for the wait a second, here for the strings, and we have a solid plate here, almost solid. That's a good first impression, I'd say. The zippers look very good, look very stable. The neck rest is not removable. That might be not so good. We'll see when we put the jazz in. The padding is not that thick, and it could be a little more dense, but I think we're fine. That's a good gig bag. Yeah. You can take it to your first club gigs or your wedding gigs or whatever you play. That's a good bag. Okay, this is the jazz test. Okay, so the non-removable neck rest is not a big a deal as it was with a premium bag. We got a little more air in here. Yeah, that feels fine. That's a good bag, I'd say. 79 euros. That is the Thomann Voyager. Thank you, Thomann. So, and now we have the Mono Vertigo. Actually, this is my personal bag. That's why it is a little dirty. I used this bag for years now. I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years. I absolutely have no problems with that gig bag. In my opinion, the mono bags are the best bags you can get. Besides some of the leather bags, which are really, really good. But the mono bag is very lightweight. The other bags are too. The Thomann bags are very lightweight too. And it's, for me, it's perfect. I'm a touring musician. I'm playing tours. I'm playing concerts. I'm teaching a lot. I'm going to studio work. So that is my preferred gig bag. It's the Mono Vertigo. The bag in the front is huge. So I put in not only my written sheet music, I'm talking about this bag right here. I'm not only putting in my written sheet music, I put in cables, strings, sometimes even my stage clothes. So it's really, really big. A special thing about the Vertigo is it's a top loader. So you just put it like this and then put your bass in from the top. So you're not lying it on the ground. Here it is. The padding is thick, it's dense, it's very, very solid. So again, the Mono Vertigo is my gig bag. But I have to say, as I said before, I am a professional touring musician. And I got instruments like this jazz here worth several $1,000s or euros. So this gig bag clocks in at about 200 euros. We got other monos that are a little cheaper. The Vertigo is around 200. You don't want to spend that much money on a cheapo bass, right? Which is completely understandable and which is not necessary at all. But if you have an instrument worth a lot of money, or you have an instrument that you treasure very much, you want to spend some money on a decent gig bag. And I really, really love my Mono. Look at that, down here. That almost looks like a tire, right? So there is nothing to complain about these gig bags. Very, very rigid zippers. You can even, you see here, some things you can put another bag on top here, which is available optional. So you can bring even more stuff that doesn't fit in here. Like whatever it is, pedals or I don't know, coffee machine or whatever you want to bring to your gigs. Yeah, you can mount that on top here. You have really, really good back straps right here. I, every now and then, have this bag on my back carrying a bass on the bicycle, which is absolutely no problem. as I said. That's a great one. But again, the Thomann Eco, the Thomann Premium, and the Thomann Voyager are very good gig bags in their specific price range, right? So I will not compare a 10 euro gig bag with a 200 euro gig bag. That's not fair, obviously. But in the specific price range, all these gig bags are fine. Of course, there's a ton of other manufacturers of gig bags. Maybe you don't want to use a gig bag, you might want to use a case. I don't like cases that much because for me personally, they're a little too bulky. And yeah, I like the fact that I can just hang it over my shoulder or carry it like this or whatever I want. So I'm a little more flexible with a gig bag and I like that. Again, there's a lot of manufacturers offering gig bags and cases, of course, in a wide price range, starting at about 10 euros with the Eco we just saw, and then ending at maybe 500-600 euros for leather gig bags or for real flight cases, or gig bags with some strange material. You can get everything you want for your gig bag. They offer gig bags in denim, they offer gig bags in real leather, they offer gig bags in, I don't know, Teflon, whatever it is. Almost everything. But you have to pay it, right? So again, for me, it's the Mono Vertigo. And for you, it might be the Voyager, the Thomann Voyager. Wait a second. Which is this one, Thomann Voyager, which is 79 euros. This one is the Thomann Premium, which is 34 euros. And this one is the Thomann Eco, which is 10 euros. You find the link to the products down here. You can read what I wrote about the gig bags on louder.com. So please go visit this webpage. You also find the link down here. So if you like what you saw, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time. Bye.